So what does it really mean to succeed? I mean, really succeed. Well, we're going to dive into this really powerful philosophy on courage and character. And believe it or not, it all kicks off with one single profound story. Just imagine this for a second. Your father, a pretty quiet guy, draws a line on the floor, and he gives you this one piece of advice. It sounds so simple, right? But for the person who shared this story, wow, that single moment, it became the bedrock for his entire approach to life. All right, so that brings us to our first big idea here, crossing the line. And look, this isn't just about physically stepping over something. It's a metaphor, right? It's about making a conscious choice, the choice to take full responsibility for your own journey. Okay, so here's what the speaker's father was really getting at. On one side of that line, you're waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. But the second you choose to step over it, bam, you're taking ownership. You are in charge now. So what does it actually take to cross that line? What's the secret sauce? Well, the core requirement is this. You have to be big enough to accept failure. It's not this scary monster to run away from. Nope. It's an absolutely essential part of the process. I mean, it's how you learn, it's how you adapt, and ultimately, it's how you get better. All right, so you've done it, you've made the choice, you've crossed the line, you're taking responsibility. Awesome. So, what's next? What does it actually take to achieve something truly great? Because, as we're about to see, it's not just about the talent you're born with, not by a long shot. So the way he breaks it down is with these 10 steps to greatness. And it's fascinating. In the beginning, from steps 1 to maybe 7, your raw talent, it can carry you a long, long way. But then you hit a wall, a real moment of truth right around stage 7. And this is when things get really, really tough, and talent alone just doesn't cut it anymore. And this all leads to a really simple but incredibly powerful formula. Check this out. You don't need to be the most talented person in the room, you just need to have enough talent. The real game changer, the thing that gets you through those tough times we just talked about, it's great character. It's that will to fight, to push through, and, to just stay in the game when everyone else is quitting. Okay, so this then leads to a really fundamental shift in your whole mindset. I mean, if character is what gets you through the hard parts, how do you sustain that? How do you keep it going? Well, you do it by focusing not on the destination, but on the journey itself. And this quote right here, it just gets right to the heart of it. The process is the key thing, not the outcome. I mean, just think about that for a second. An outcome like winning a gold medal, that's just a single moment in time. It's over in a flash. But the process? Oh, the process is everything that gets you there. It's the daily commitment, the grind, and all the incredible learning you do along the way. The speaker shares this perfect example from his own life. He coached a basketball team for 66 games, and he can only remember 3 of the results. Isn't that wild? But what he does remember vividly is the process, the friendships, the humor, the sheer hard work. That's where you learn about yourself. That's where you build relationships. And that's ultimately where you become a better person. So at the end of the day, when you fully, truly commit to the process, it stops feeling like a chore. It stops being a drain. It actually becomes energizing. It's what gives your life this richness and meaning that goes so far beyond any single achievement. Okay, so this is all great, right? Crossing the line, building character, loving the process. But how does this apply to all of us, not just, elite athletes? Well, it's all about how we handle the challenges of just everyday life. I want you to think of your life like this. For most of us, most of the time, things are pretty manageable, right? Life is like an 8 out of 10. And you know what? We're all pretty good at dealing with that 8. But here's the thing. It's not the easy 8 that defines who we are. A truly successful life is determined by how you handle the difficult 2. Those are the moments. Those are the times that reveal your real character and forge your strength. And the real challenge today is that it's just so easy to avoid that difficult 2. I mean, our modern world is literally designed for comfort, right? We've got constant entertainment on our screens, food delivered right to our door. There are endless ways to avoid facing any real challenges. And this brings us right back to that central theme, that big idea from the beginning. True living, real growth. It only happens when you have the courage to step out of that comfort zone and face a challenge. It's the modern equivalent of stepping over that line your father drew on the floor all those years ago. So all of this, it leads to a final, really profound question. When it's all said and done, after all the processes and all the outcomes, what's the ultimate measure of a life? The speaker points out something really profound about eulogies. He says there are basically two kinds. One kind is like someone reading your CV out loud. It lists what you did, your career, your accomplishments. But the other kind, the one that really truly resonates, that one describes who you were. A good father, warm, empathetic, someone who helped other people. And that's the ultimate point right there. The real outcome of your life isn't your resume. It's not your list of achievements. It's your character. It's the person you become through the process of facing challenges, stepping over that line, and learning from failure.
And so that's the question this whole idea leaves us with. Your story is being written every single day. With every choice you make to stay comfortable or to face a challenge, you are writing your own story. You are deciding right now what your eulogy will say. So let me ask you, who are you becoming?